Welcome back, everyone. If you're joining us today, well, it probably means you've just finished pouring your heart, soul, and a whole lot of creative energy into editing a video in Canva. You've trimmed the clips, you've completely nailed the transitions, and you finally got that audio synced up just right. I know firsthand how much hard work goes into that creative marathon, so honestly, huge congratulations on getting to this point. But your journey isn't quite over yet, is it? In this explainer, we're going to focus entirely on what we like to call the crucial last mile of that marathon. We're looking at the Canva Video Export and Distribution Guide. Because, let's be real, an amazing video doesn't do anyone much good if it's just sitting on your hard drive, right? We literally need to get it out into the world.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Exporting your edited video. 2. Formats and quality settings. And 3. Social media and beyond.
All right, starting with section 1, exporting your edited video, the first step out of the editor. So I want you to think of exporting as the essential bridge between creation and distribution. Up until right now, your masterpiece has effectively been trapped inside the editor. Step 1 is finishing that edit. Step 2 is the actual export itself, taking all those layers, all those effects, and rendering them down into a single playable file. And step 3 is sharing it. You absolutely have to cross this bridge to get your work to your audience.
The export process literally unlocks your edited video from Canva. It is such a highly satisfying moment. Hitting that export button is the exact second your project transforms from, a messy, moving work in progress into a final, polished product. Seriously, consider this graduation day for your project.
Moving on to section 2, formats and quality settings, translating the technicals.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it demystifies all the jargon. Understanding these settings really just boils down to the technical choices that dictate exactly how your video looks and plays back. Think of it as the technical translation of your creative vision. Because if you get this wrong, your beautifully edited video might look terribly pixelated, or worse, it might not even play at all.
So let's conceptually weigh your two distinct choices here: video formats versus quality settings. Your video format basically dictates the file type. It's the container holding your video, like an MP4. Your quality setting, on the other hand, determines the visual fidelity within that container. We're talking about whether it's standard HD at 1080p or, ultra crisp 4K. You have to make a really intentional choice for both.
Taking a look at this table, formats are really all about compatibility. You want a file type that universally plays nice with the internet, and MP4 is pretty much your golden standard for that. Quality? Well, that's a delicate balancing act between visual clarity and file size. Crank the quality to 4K, and sure, you get absolutely stunning visuals. But if you try attaching a massive 4K video to an email newsletter, you're going to get an immediate bounce back or crash. Drop the quality way too low and the file loads instantly, but it looks incredibly blurry. Mastering this balance is exactly what gives you total control over your viewer's experience. All right, on to section 3, social media and beyond, the final destination. Where does your audience actually live? That is the million-dollar question. Now that the technical setup is completely done, we're shifting our mindset entirely toward audience reception. You really need to ask yourself, who did you make this video for, and where do they actually spend their time online? And this brilliantly illustrates your distribution hub. You really have two main avenues here. Social media platforms are your heavy hitters, the places where people are scrolling daily, actively seeking engagement. But please, don't ignore those other channels. That could literally mean embedding a compressed GIF in a weekly email newsletter, hosting an MP4 on a landing page, or even just sharing it directly in a team Slack channel. Your exported video is incredibly versatile, and honestly, your strategy should be too. Proper distribution ensures your video actually reaches the finish line. We talked about this as the last mile earlier, and it's so true. You can run 25 miles of a marathon, but if you stop right before the end, well, you don't cross the finish line. Sharing your work is the absolute ultimate payoff for all those hours you spent in the editor. It's how your ideas actually connect with other human beings out there. And this brings us right full circle. Exporting and sharing edited videos isn't just some boring technical requirement, it is the absolute culmination of your work. You have officially mastered the journey from a raw concept through the somewhat confusing maze of formats and quality settings all the way to strategic distribution. I want to leave you with this one final provocative thought to mull over before you export your next project. What is the absolute best channel for your specific voice? Not the most popular channel, not the one everyone else is jumping on, but the one where your unique Canva masterpiece is going to resonate the most. Really think about that. Get out there, hit export, and share your creativity with the world. Thanks so much for going through this explainer with me today.